We know that Avengers Doomsday is dropping at the end of this year. I rewatched Captain America the First Avenger, and here are my thoughts. I think that this is actually one of the best origin stories in the MCU, or just in the superhero genre. Personally, it might be because I actually like history and period pieces, but I think that this is one of the best origin stories in the MCU and in the superhero genre. Is Captain America to me, and what I appreciate is how this origin story doesn't just focus on Steve Rogers or Captain America, but gives attention to the characters around him and their impacts on the plot. And I've been called an old soul and I'm not even 20 years old yet, but I appreciate how this movie represents the 1940s. I don't think I can put into words how much I can try to express that I've sometimes thought that I'm someone out of time. And it's similar to the way Steve Rogers or Captain America is considered the man out of time. I think that would be such a cool title for a Steve Rogers project, by the way. Man out of time. I've genuinely imagined myself living in decades in the 20th century, even if it's just for a day or few. It is a fact that Rogers was considered the soldier that was going to save World War II for the US and its allies after successfully receiving the super soldier serum. But I like how the story takes its time with him and his growth at a pace that doesn't feel rushed, similar to other great origin stories in the MCU. I love Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter's dynamic. I think that Chris Evans and Haley Atwell really work well together. And that's like a general thing for the MCU, but I just think Agent Carter is cool as a character. That Agent Carter TV series has been on my watch list and I need to lock in. And Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes' friendship should be an example for men. I feel like that should be an example for how we should really be loyal type thing, minus all the Winter Soldier stuff, but even then, that's brainwashing. Because their friendship is a great one, and they've been through so much together. I also think that the Howling Commandos are a fun addition. I like the comic accuracy. I mean, Neil McDonough's Dum Dum Dugan. I like young Howard Stark in this too. I think that Dominic Cooper really fits the character, and it makes me like look forward to watching the Agent Carter series, because I know he's in that. He plays young Howard Stark again in that. I think that Howard Stark was actually more impactful to the MCU than people realize. I think that Hugo Weaving does a good job of portraying the Red Skull as the antagonist he's supposed to be, but I also like how his character is handled, how it ends for him in the movie. Let me just say that. But damn, the cast is stacked. Where would the MCU truly be without Stanley Tucci's Dr. Abraham Erskine and Sean Tubbs' Yinsen? Like, where? These are the real heroes. Overall, I like Captain America the First Avenger. It gets 4 out of 5 Biz stars, but I need to know your thoughts. Feel free to comment, like, and follow for more. It is your boy Reelbizzz, always here to give you the real, always sending love. Y'all stay blessed.